What's up, guys? Oh, let me see. Get me on the right camera here. Here we go. What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to cut some short hair. And we're going to go over tons of different short hair techniques. It's going to be really fun. We're going to have a blast. So get involved in the chat. Become part of this community. Make sure you're commenting. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're sharing the video. We're just going to have some fun. I haven't even had my coffee yet today, so I'm feeling a little, I need my energy here. So pump me up in the chat, guys. Get excited. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're an OG, you've been watching these classes for a long time, please type OG in the chat. If you're new to this show, to this channel, make sure you type new. I'd love to hear that as well. And we'd love to say hello to all of you guys out there. So a couple things before I get started with the haircut. This is a live stream for recording the shorter versions of our videos. To sum that down a little bit, the videos that you guys see that you probably like on our channel that are 5, 10, 15 minutes long really come from these classes nowadays. So what I do is I do a live class so I can be interactive with you guys, hang out with you guys, and really just film my videos live for you. So they're a little bit longer form. So I'm going to do a lot of talking, a lot of answering questions, and really just showcasing the haircut for you guys. And then I'll take that footage, cut it up, and put it into a shorter video for you to watch later. So, there's two different sides to this channel. If you like the lives, please hang out with us. If you like the short videos only, then know that this will be a shorter version later on. The other thing is we have an app. So if you guys would like, go download the app. All you have to do is go to freesaloneducation.com. This is our website. Any techniques that you want to learn, you just type them in right here. You can type in any techniques and you'll see a ton of videos. They're all free on there. You can see all of our past classes right here and then all of our upcoming classes right here below. Now, if you want to download the app, it becomes a lot easier. You can become part of our social community, share your work on there. All you got to do is click on whatever phone you have and it'll take you to the App Store and you can download that for yourself. So pretty cool that way as well. Let's see here. The other thing is we are live on Tuesdays on MinervaBeauty.com's Facebook. So welcome to everybody that's watching us on that channel as well. We're live because of them, really. They're a sponsor of this show. They've been a sponsor forever. So they're really what keeps this thing consistent every single Tuesday at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks to Minerva Beauty. They've been a big supporter of free salon education for a long time. And what I always say is you want to support the brands that support free salon education because they help bring education to you guys for free. Okay, now I can't breathe. I haven't had my coffee yet, and we're ready to rock and roll. So I'm excited to be hanging out with you guys. I've got my mannequin over here. It's actually colored in multi-colors. Danielle did this class quite a while ago, so I thought it'd be fun to cut this short today. So I'm gonna pop on over to that. Let me see here. There we go. All right, let me come on over. So a couple things that we're going to be doing today, guys. I'm going to be cutting with the TriRazor for one. The TriRazor is a patent pending tool. It's right here. Put a fresh blade in there. So patent pending tool that we have, it cuts 3 different ways. It's a triangle shaped razor. I understand that there was a triangle shaped razor in the past 20 years ago. It doesn't exist anymore. I'd never seen it in my life. Didn't even know it existed until we made this thing. But it's not the same. It's not the same tool. So if you have one, super cool, way to keep a piece of history. This is brand new. This is a different design, different concept, but it is a triangle. So 100% cutting, 25% cutting on one side, 50% on the other. You can create texture, create movement within the haircut. I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to just cut lines as well through the short hair, and then I'm going to do scissor work on top. So we like to mix it up a little bit, create different textures in the hair to create the end result look. Let me say hi to some of you guys out there. Let me also turn the air conditioning on. Let's see. 80 degrees in here. That's hot. That's hot. It's hot under these lights. Let me see. Who do we got in the room? Mesa, what's up? Kel, what's up? Good to see you. Let's see. What else we got? Luis, I'm located in Pennsylvania. Welcome to the show. Love my TriRazor. Thanks, Kel. Appreciate it. Julie, what's up? Karen is from New Hope. That's where I live. What's up, Karen? Good to see you. Karen might be one of the closest people to be a part of these classes, but I also believe, I don't know if it's Karen, but there was somebody, I think it was Karen, that was literally in the salon when I was doing this class before as well. Let's see. It's 3 o'clock here. Oh, it's -3 here. Freezing cold. Yes, we had that, Jess. We just have it at opposite times. All right, cool. Jewel, what's up? Good to see you. Arizona, I'm an avid fan. Patricia, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Kel, 84 here. Well, so here's the deal. It's 80 degrees in my office. It's 100 degrees outside, I think. It's hot. It's hot today and humid. But yeah, let me know what's the temp where you're at? What's the temperature? What's the temp in your house? Because that's an argument that me and my wife have all the time of what it should be. Let's see. I love from India, brother. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, cool. Let's get started with the class. I know that's what you guys are here for. We'll chat later. So, all right. So I've got the TriRazor here in my hand. Let me section off the mannequin first, and then we can get to work with the TriRazor, cutting the sides and the back. Let me zoom in. So here we go. How do we determine where to section off the head? To me, sectioning is one of the most important things in a haircut. It really sets you up with a plan, right? You have to draw out kind of where you want to go with it. So for me, I'm going to go, where do I want to part the hair? Where does my guest want to part her hair? Let me get centered here. There we go. All right, so where does my guest want to part her hair? I'm going to comb straight back, just like this. I'm going to talk to her and figure out where she likes to wear her hair, and she's telling me that she likes to wear it on the left-hand side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to comb the hair back, get the hair flowing in the direction that I want it to go, and then I'm going to draw my line straight back and just pick where I want this parting to live on the eyebrow. Now, for me, we're going to make this a little bit more of a modern look. I'm going to pop the fringe up. It's going to have a little bit of volume. So I want to go deeper with the parting. So I'm going to go just to the edge, kind of where it arches up right there. And I'm going to draw my line back. So here, draw my line back like that. Oh, this girl was blonde underneath, so she's a little tougher to get through. It's okay. All right, so we got that deep parting. Oh, and one thing I want you guys to know, I'll say that there's one thing I want you guys to know this whole time. It's something I've noticed I say a lot. If you have a question, I want you to type Q before your question in the chat. So that way, as I see each kind of chat coming through, I know that it's a question, and you must hear them talking when we don't. We don't get it. Is that what you are home or not? Oh, everybody's putting in there. This is hilarious. This is the best chat ever already. Okay, anyways. I must hear her talking. Oh, her. I got it. You guys are funny today. Funny today. Summer vibes, except for Jess. Jess doesn't have summer vibes. All right. So now, got my side parting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way around the head. And what I like to do is, again, get the hair moving in the direction I'm going to take my parting, because that allows my comb, or the front tooth of my comb, to flow through the hair. So instead of fighting it and not getting a clean line, I can do it this way. Now we've also got our crown of the head here, right? So I want to go mid-crown and then over to the edge. So we'll go around, and now mid-crown, wrap it around the head, all the way to the far edge of the eyebrow. Let me comb that out. Comb this hair up. Get it nice and tight all around, and then we'll clip it away. So I'll twist it nice and tight. So I pull it straight up like I'm putting it in a ponytail, and then I just start to twist until it twists into itself, and then that gives me a nice tight section here. There we go. What's up, Adele? Good to see you. What else we got in here? Perla. You are a great teacher. Thank you so much. Can you do this cut with bangs? For sure. Sandy, we got the same last name, so that's super cool. And second, yes, you can do this with a bang, and we will put a bang because it's going to be short hair, so there'll be a fringe. It can either will be worn down or up, so depends on what you're going for. All right. Now I'm probably going to put one more section in this, and here's something I want you guys to say in the chat. Do you want this to be symmetrical or asymmetrical? How would you like to see it? Symmetrical or asymmetrical? All right. While we wait for those to come through, I'm going to take my last section, which is going to be basically a continuation of this top point here all the way down to behind the ear. So I'm going to follow with a diagonal line. What do I do first? I comb. I comb the hair in the direction I want it to go. You guys are great. The same both sides. That's not what I said. I'm just kidding. Symmetrical, asymmetrical. Wow. It's a mix. Got to be 50-50 on that. Wish I could do like a live stream voting poll or something. Probably can if you're directly on one of the platforms, but it'd be cool to really get a live time. Should throw it over to Twitter or something. Maybe I'd actually have somebody talk on Twitter to me. All right, so scooping up this one side. It's literally got to be 50-50, guys. If anybody wants to count that out for me, and let me know, you guys can't see it all. All right, I clipped that up and away. That was blurry, sorry about that. I'm going to redo that for the later editing portion. Not redo the whole thing, just recombing this. So I comb this over nice and tight. Just like that. Once I get it tight, grab this a little bit. Comb it over nice and tight, and then slide a clip up underneath, clip it away. And there we go. All right, so that's the only sectioning we're gonna have in the head. So you've got, let's recap real quick for those that are just tuning in. We've got a left-hand side parting, comes all the way back. Then I wrap that around from the crown all the way over to the edge of the eyebrow right here to this point. So now we've got kind of a U shape here and then a direct line in the parting. That makes that asymmetrical, but that's okay because this later on we will cut a little bit different because this is the heavy part of the haircut. This is a very light part of the haircut. So we need to determine what we want to do with it. Then I took my last section, which is basically a continuation of that part line all the way around to just behind the ear, kind of where this hairline goes up on the head shape. Okay, so we will do something different with that. I'll show you guys, because this is such a 50-50 thought process, I want to share with you guys how to cut it symmetrical and then also how to cut it asymmetrical, just so you guys can get a feel for both. So Sandy's saying, I think 14 symmetrical, 5 asymmetrical. Who's in the salon with you? Ask them. Nobody's in this. Everybody's far away from me right now, Jess. Otherwise, that would be good. And they're all doing hair and very busy right now. That's all the goals. Just received my TriRazor. Sandra, that's awesome. Somebody, I have to email today, received their TriRazor and were confused because they could not find the on and off button, which means I need to explain it better. That's what I took from that. Means I need to explain it better. All right. This is the TriRazor, guys. Has no on and off button at all. It's a razor. Your razor blades are inside it. So you take this top off, open it up. You can see 3 blades inside. You can replace these blades. You can buy them on our online store, Shop FSC. Once you get the blades back in, you snap the 2 corners, and then you snap the top on, and you're good to go. Fresh blade is key. So make sure that you have a fresh blade when you go in to do your haircut. That'll give you the best experience possible. I'm going to use, where's it at? There it is. I like to use a little conditioning spray when I use the TriRazor. It gives me a little bit of glide through the hair. This is Paul Mitchell Invisible Wear Boomerang Remist. It's got a little bit of a hold too, which I like. So now, how do we cut with the TriRazor? Let me zoom in for you guys. We're going to slide through this thing. Here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take diagonal forward partings. So this is really, what way do you want the hair to flow? If you want the hair to kind of flow forward, then I'm going to slide and cut forward. If I want the hair to flow back off the face, then I would go through, take diagonal back partings, and let the hair kind of flow off of the face and slide my razor that way. Now the key thing here is with a razor, it's easy to just swipe and get a line. Now, the problem here, where you might run into something that might confuse you a little bit, is when you take that diagonal forward parting and you bring the hair out, it's really key where you start that line and where the line ends. So if I want it to be a little bit more graduated, when I pull this hair out, if I want the line to be a little more graduated, I need to start the line longer and end the line shorter. If I want it to be more layered and weaker at the bottom, then I start the line shorter and end longer. So that's really a key thing. What do you want it to look like? For me, I'm going to go even. I want to have a nice even weight distribution. It's going to be a tiny bit heavier right at the parting because the head starts to curve a little bit, but that's okay. If that's what you want, then that's what you get. Go here. Okay. So now I comb the hair out, and all I'm going to do is take my 100 cutting side, and I'm just going to slide the TriRazor through. Now that's going to give me a nice kind of feathered effect right there on the face. Let me back out a little bit. Oh, other way. Like that. I'll turn the head a little bit. So now I want to do this kind of in salon speed because I want you guys to see how quick you can get through a haircut and why I'm choosing to use a TriRazor over a scissor for the sides. So I come out here, I can see the line that I cut. Now I'm just going to go through here, slide through, and cut. Keeping a little fringy edge to the haircut. Go here, take another parting. Scooping the hair to the guideline. That's important. I don't need to, I'm not pulling the guide over. I'm bringing this hair just to that previously cut section, meeting them there, and then sliding through. You can see, super fun, super easy. That's what it's all about. And I did not have to turn it on. You just pick it up and go. Okay, so here, swipe, slide. I wonder if I can go to this side, if that would help you guys a little bit. See. So still working, diagonal forward. Then I scoop the hair up. Yeah, it's not going to help. Scoop the hair up, same thing, swiping. Now this is kind of cool. If you wanted it to be a mullet, you could just stop. Just kidding. I mean, but you could really. It would be pretty cool. Here, grab another section. And now I'm still coming straight out of the head, but the head curves even more. So I start to get a little bit more of a graduated feel on the top of this section. It's kind of fun, to be honest. This is where, for me, I start to just feel like I'm getting a little more creative. Like look at, it's cool with this color because you can see how that red of that top layer is starting to create that round effect, but then it has this kind of kick of length, which is really fun as well, that still keeps some of that yellow. So I don't want to make all that yellow go away. So what I'll actually do is, now that I'm seeing that visually, continue, but as I cut, I'll give up. So what I mean by that is I'm going to slide and then kind of stop sliding. So I just give up towards the end. Now, am I going to leave it this long? I'm not going to leave it that long, but once I blow dry this cut, then I can really go in and detail that and take out, but maybe leave some of this yellow or just a piece of it, really, if I think that's cool. Whatever will get the internet talking, that's what I'm going to do. That's always my goal. All right. What should be your goal is getting people talking in your town, right? Okay. So a couple more, but you can see that round shape. See how it starts to bevel a little bit more in the cut? Definitely digging this. Where you put your mannequin heads is where you would be moving client's head? Yes, Angela, for sure. I wouldn't say mullets are back. Kel's laughing. Mullets are back. Mullets aren't back, but they never really go away. They're just for the few, right? The few that can pull it off, that want to pull it off. And they're one of my favorite, all-time favorite things to cut. Now, where am I? I've worked my way around. I cut this round shape all the way around the head. Now I've gotten to this back corner. Now here's where I decide. Do I want this haircut to be asymmetrical? Do I want to continue that length to grow towards the side? Or do I want it to be symmetrical because I'm going to have to start going back up? And really, if I want it to be symmetrical, which is not what I'm going to do today. I'm making that decision now because I really love how the colors are playing out on this. So I want to have some fun with it. But if I wanted it to be symmetrical, I would just then pause when I get to this corner and then do the same thing to come back. So diagonal forward, just same thing through, and then you would get the same effect on all sides. And it would be fine. It would be exactly what you wanted. So I don't think that's a very complicated thing if you wanted to keep it symmetrical. For me, let's move asymmetrical. It's super fun to do, and you know, it's for the few, but it's for the fun. So here, and now when I take my TriRazor in, I'm going to swipe and give up. So again, we swipe and give up, and we get a little bit of length there. Majority rules symmetrical. It's okay, Sandy. You're actually only on Facebook, though, and the YouTube world went way asymmetrical. So I think we were pretty much 50-50. I appreciate everybody counting it out. I didn't get counts for every channel, but I'm going to definitely walk you through the symmetrical part as well. Because if I wanted it to go symmetrical, again, I would comb this out, and then I would just take the front and cut into it and then keep working until I get to the back and connect it. Or if you're more comfortable, you could start in the back and just comb this forward like this. But instead of doing what I'm about to do, I'll show you guys. So instead of staying stationary like I am, you could just slide and cut and then continue around the head. Just don't go stationary. What I mean by stationary is I'm going to stay right here and I'm going to cut the rest of this side. I'm going to pull everything back to here and cut the rest of the side. If I wanted it to be symmetrical, I would travel and work my way to the front. So here I can see my guide underneath. So I pick up some of this hair. There's my guide underneath. I'm just going to slide up using the TriRazor and cut my line. Continuing that little bevel right there. So here. And this for me is kind of what I really love about cutting with a razor, with the TriRazor, is that it's literally drawing your shape. So what I feel like creating, I can. So diagonal forward, comb it back, slide the clip up. The other thing is we do ship these things worldwide. So if you're looking for one, let me pop that up on the screen. There we go. You can purchase all the tools from this at shopfse.com. OGs in the chat everywhere. Can you please just type in the website, shopfse.com. You guys know the drill. It would be a big help for me. So just type that in. It's $44.95. We ship all over the world. And that's it. All right, back. You make me love cutting hair. Steven, that's awesome. Is it Stefan or Steven? Answer me this. Is it Steven? I'm not the best at it. I think Stefan would have an A. So you ever gift people the TriRazor? Kelly, I do, for sure. Maybe we'll give one away today. Maybe if you guys are lucky, we'll do that. Sometimes asking is the key to receiving. That was such a lame thing. I'll never say that again. All right, so back here, still behind the ear, 100%. Working through the hair, building up that line. I love your videos. I now have my students at our beauty college turning into them. I save them and will one day soon put them on a disc to play during class. Erica, that's super cool. Or you could just get our app. And if you have the FSE Now app, you can search and play a video directly from there. Search whatever you're looking for. We even have exclusive classes on there that are free as well. FSE Now. Go to freesaloneducation.com and download the app. All right, back here. Again, my fingers are pointing down, but my blade is sliding through top to bottom because I'm trying to create that kind of scooped effect now on the hair. Again, guys, if you're just tuning in, you're like, what is he doing? This is the key part here. I'm creating multiple shapes, not worried about my outer perimeter because the outer perimeter, I always detail dry, almost always, 90% of the time, I'll be detailing that dry. So I don't worry about it. I don't even care what it looks like right now. And I will talk to my guest about not worrying about it because we will work on it later. So all those little tails, all that stuff, no problem. Again, working stationary because we're going to create an asymmetrical feel to this haircut. So I bring the hair back to that stationary and I slide through. Grab a little bit more hair, slide through. And you can see some of that length. And what I like about also cutting asymmetrically for you guys today is that you get to see a couple different things that could happen. Like if you wanted to create this kind of A-line bob or a kind of short to long feel, medium length haircut, you could do that very easily. Bring everything back here, swipe it, cut it. If you wanted to create shorter, rounder haircut, you can do that, and do that just by traveling the guide through. So now look, asymmetrical so far. Pop that. And now we let out the top. Just got the app. Thank you, Shell. Awesome. Good, 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 good. Dew point in NH, New Hampshire. Is that what it is? Is 65. Soupy. All right. All right, so how are you guys feeling about the haircut so far? I'm drinking my coffee now because I haven't had enough. Yes, please. Free TriRazor to the UK. Yeah, it could happen. You know what? Let's see. How do we do this? During the blow dry, this is what we're going to do. During the blow dry today, I'm going to play some music, right? You guys, best dance emojis, best comment, something like that. During the dance session that we have today together, I won't be dancing, but you guys can dance in the chat. Love coffee. Yeah, Starbucks. I'm like the complicated coffee guy, though, so I have to order it on the app because I can't say it in person. Yes, I'm that guy. I actually don't even like coffee. I didn't before, and then I found toffee nut syrup, and then it was over. It is like Miley Cyrus. Kind of. Yeah, Miley Cyrus could wear this for sure. If she needs it cut, call me. Let's see. All right, cool. So that's what we'll do. And the best dance emojis will win a TriRazor. I'll give you guys a code, or give you a code, the one person, and you can go pick it up. You'll probably have to pay shipping though, just cause, but it's free, but the tool's free. Are you getting pride combs again? Honestly, we got the pride combs in, and I don't know if they'll ever come back. That was a YS Park thing, but you know, it was cool to have them, and I like having mine. I think I haven't used it in a while, but they're a little more flimsy than a regular 339. I think because of the way they make them, and they're way more expensive. They're like double the price. So, all right, so you get textured hair, dry and straightened. Yeah, Nicole, for sure. You can cut it dry and straightened, for sure. Yes, toffee nut the best. All right, Teresa, we're on the same page, me and you. My dad used to use a razor on my hair when I was little. That's cool. Can I be honest about that comb? Yeah, I think I was too. It's not like the best YS Park comb, but it was the most expensive. But people love it. I mean, a lot of people loved it, but I just look at it and never use it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, let's all give Elaine some props here. I've worked in healthcare for 20 years, now returning to hairdressing. Your sessions are awesome, and I'm learning loads. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you for everything you did in healthcare, and welcome back to the industry. Now you get to take care of people in a different way. All right, let's get this haircut done so we can get to the fun. Not that the haircut's not the fun. You guys know what I'm saying. All right, so I'm putting the TriRazor away, and now we're going to move into our scissor work. The reason I'm going to do scissor work is just because on the top of the head, it's just easier for me if I'm cutting with scissors. I can still create a textured feel to the hair, but it doesn't have to be, it's just a lot easier to hold the hair up in my hands and cut it on top of my fingers using a scissor. All right, so I comb that top section down that we created at the beginning. Those of you guys just tuning in, this is the side part. This is the part, or the side that they're going to part the hair on. And then we went from that back point at the mid-crown area around to the parietal ridge to the edge of the eyebrow here. That's how we make up this section. I'm going to cut a triangular version or a closed version of this cut by bringing everything kind of back. I might walk it up a little bit, and what I mean by that is I might cut a guideline and then travel for a couple steps, then start over directing, or I'll just over direct all the way back and then cut the long part at the end at the blow dry. Sometimes it just depends on my feeling and how I feel the length is going on the cut. So I haven't lifted it up yet, so I'm not making that choice yet. So here we go, across the top. Again, comb the hair in the direction you want to take your parting, especially if you have over-processed blonde hair sitting underneath your beautiful colors. There we go. Now, I bring this hair back to me, and I'll show you guys the other angle as well in just a second. So now, my guide comes from behind here. So I lift that hair up, I can see that guideline right there. Now, let me go to a different angle. I'm going to turn to the side a little bit so my shirt's not in the way of you guys. There we go. All right, so I lift this hair up in the air like this. Coming in late, just did a men's cut in the salon and he loved it. Natasha, awesome. What else we got? Need to try your TriRazor on my mom's hair. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right, here we go. Lifting. Elevation is up. Guide comes from behind. It doesn't have to be super specific to the guide. Just figure out the length that you want to start this. I really want to pop some short hair in the back here. I feel like it's going to make this style kind of come to life. So I'll come across here and I let it go. That's guideline. Now I take another parting across, over direct it back. We're going to go stationary here. I just think it's going to be easier for everybody involved. So stationary, get this hair back to me. So what's happening right now? As I cut, because it's stationary, hair everywhere. That should be a song. Your hair is everywhere. Just kidding. I know it is. All right, so back to the crown. So what's happening? That's what I was asking. When you over direct back to a point, it becomes the hair coming from further and further away, right? So if this hair here is traveling all the way to this point, it's obviously going to be a lot longer because I'm going to cut it here. It's going to be this long, right, at the end, as opposed to the hair that's coming from a little bit closer to that point. So it starts short and it creates almost a triangular effect in the haircut. So it goes short to long, it goes short and gets a fringe and longer hair into the front. That's what we're going for. I have all these little red hairs all over my hands. And I just looked down and I thought I cut myself like 100 times. that was definitely like the scary, not scariest, but like, you know, when you get those little cuts on your finger and you're like, oh, that sucks. But having like 100 of them would be really bad. All right, working through. Like, how did you cut yourself 1,000 times? Using scissors, why do you cut? So I'm using scissors in a point cutting technique, still creating texture and a soft line like the razor creates, but I'm holding it above the head. So if I were to use the razor, which I'm not going to because I wouldn't, and I like to share with you guys only things that I actually will do. But let's say she had finer hair and I wasn't really gonna hold it up in the air and I was just gonna comb it all over like this and continue to cut this line, then I would use a razor because it's down low. If I comb this hair up above my fingers and now it's on top of my fingers, it's just a little bit harder to cut. Like you could work this way or this way. But for me, there's no point. I'm more comfortable with a scissor on top of the head. So at this point, I just use the scissor. I just have more control of the top. Back here, over direct it back. I know I have a black shirt on. What colors did you use to get those popping? So we actually have Danielle used Paul Mitchell Pop XG, for all primary colors, and they just turned out super cool, I think. But she did a class, and it's on our app if you guys want to check it out. So now, this is where the haircut's at so far. I'd like to call this like kind of our precision work that we've done. This is not a done haircut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow dry, smooth it, and get it ready. And then I might even wet it again because I really like the natural texture and how this feels. So if you have wavy hair, curly hair clients, then this is a great haircut for them as well. It would actually be a little bit easier, give it more life. Straight, medium to fine hair as well. You could do this. It's a great haircut for that because it allows you to add that texture, and the shorter hair will help give it a little bit more volume. What app? So if you guys, OGs in the chat, if you could help Jennifer out and let her know what the app is and our website to go get it, that would be awesome. And she can come join us in the community, post her work, watch free videos, hang out with us. Okay, and know when all these classes are coming up, because we post the classes on there so you can see on the events page what classes are coming, like Brian's class tomorrow, Danielle's class on Thursday, and you guys can come be a part of those because those are private classes within Zoom. So if you want to be a part of the Zoom classes, you got to be on the app. All right. Can you blow dry it straight instead of bed hair? I'm going to blow dry it straight. I'm just going to grab my blow dryer. We're going to blow dry it straight, and we're going to smooth it out. And then maybe I'll give it a little bed hair at the end because that'll please everybody, hopefully, or at least 90% of the internet watchers. I had my blow dryer in the salon, forgot to plug it in over here. All right. And you guys remember our contest, right? So we're going to do a contest real quick. As I play some music and I blow dry this thing, if you, best emojis or best comment, wins a TriRazor. So, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall down. Here we go. All right. We pick a song here. Having experienced 25 years, I always follow in your classes. You are awesome. Hey, Reina. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Can you leave the hair and the eyes just for the funsies? Yes, Jess. Yep, FSE Now app. It's a game changer. Love it. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Music. Cue the music.
All this time,
that's good.
I've been feeling hopeless till you came around. All this time, you're the only reason I'm not chasing highs. What is love? Lately I've been wondering just what is love? I don't know. No one ever showed me I've been on my own for too long. But if you hold me now, let me into your heart. Maybe I can start to love again and tend to my scars. Can you show me how? Can you love me with all you've got? 'Cause I'm coming out.
All right, that was pretty good. Pretty good. Let's do one more. One more. That's not the one.
On my own, no fixer. I'm gon' ball, no picker. Yeah, I ate those, they live for. Talking on my back, go figure. Whole team eats fun splitter. Never was the one to go flicker. No face, no case, no pictures. Full plates, big steaks, my dinner. Flip that, Canal Street. Flip bags. Last week, old money. This week, new racks. Never buy none more. If I can't afford to gift wrap, stunning in your foreign car. You keep riding rental tags. Heard you roll the other lean, we are not the same. Couple thousand in my pocket, this pocket shit. Rubber bands on my arm, this is not for play. I put 20 on the crib while you cop a chain. I know they hated or love it. You know I love when they hate it. Last year was living basic. Haters on the other side. 3 up, read between the lines. Know I got some angels with me. Made it through some evil times. Late night on some demon time. Pour the Sprite, I need a line. I can't lock it, see the line. Freeze time. Brainstorm. You can assume with your chains on. I can see none with the lights off. Cap, you been the main one. Coolin' when I got my mains on. Show money, but those aren't the same ones. I been told you that it was game on. Been winning since I was on game one. Go. Telling me how to live like you made me. Go a dog, man, I blame you made me. Money longer than a grown-up baby. Stack crate in a new Mercedes. Thinking that's 550. 5 seats, fit the kids in there. Prawn steak on my dinner plate. Nike tag for the dinner wear. Flex up, never playing dress up. Never gonna let up. Never, ever set up. Play on my fam, get wet up. Go, won't let up. Never, ever. Haters on the other side. 3 up, read between the lines. Know I got some angels with me. Made it through some evil time. Late night on some demon time. Pour the Sprite, I need a line. I can't lock it, see the line. Freeze time.
Okay, that was some good comments. Those were good. Super good. I got to go back and assess those. Should I do that? Did you get the link? My gosh, I've never seen this. Look at this, guys. Look at this board. It's so fun. So fun. All right. You guys killed it. That's a fun game. I'm going to play that again. How do you come up with your techniques? No, that's a great question. You know, I don't know. In a way, I start, like, it depends on what I'm doing, right? So, like, this is a more creative session today, which is fun because it's going to be subjective to whether people like it or not, you know? There's, like, certain cuts that I know that are just kind of daily salon cuts. Sometimes I choose to do those. It really just depends on my mood and like how I'm feeling, what kind of reactions I feel like getting, because I know after doing this for 7 years, kind of what reactions I'm going to get from you guys as I'm doing these things. So this technique, you know, is just a combination. You know, you can take inspiration from different things, but this one's really just kind of my style. What I kind of gravitate towards when I see hair, not this yet, like what it looks like at the end. Right now it looks ridiculous, but what it's going to look like at the end. So, you know, it just depends. I do like searching for trending hair, but at this point in time, like, because the internet and everything, like, we're not basing stuff on celebrities as much as people are really just searching for things that they like. Like, people are starting to become their own human beings, which is really, I don't think it's happening fast enough, but I think it's becoming cooler to just be yourself, when before it was cooler to try to be other people. So, you know, with that being said, I think trends are moving a little bit more in that direction as well. We're not trying to mimic celebrities as much as, you know, some trends. Like, obviously everybody kind of has a money piece now, or, you know, different things. They're not rocking this, you know, multicolored hair all the time, but a lot more people are. So, anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but COVID hair is everywhere. You should change that song to that. It's a good one. Good one, Susan. All right. So I'm just working my way through. Obviously, it's all on her face. You're welcome, internet. But we will cut it, and it will not be towards the end. Smoothing out these long disconnections in the back, because I'm going to cut into them. They, again, will not be in the end result. And this is where it can go a little crazy, is with placement of color, where you start to see some of these little things peeking through, like some of these yellow points. I like it. Like, I think it's actually turning out pretty cool, but it can get a little overwhelming when you have multicolors and you're doing short hair, or just literally highlights in general on short hair. So you just got to be careful that your technique, your haircut matches up with what the color is, or you're going to have to color it different. And all I'm doing is just giving a little bevel to the ends. So I want to say thank you to you guys for hanging in with me during this. It's been super fun. All of you guys have been really active in the chat, which is always cool. I feel like we're just constantly building this community of hairdressers, non-hairdressers, people that are just into hair in general, which I think is awesome. You know, the app is definitely more for professionals, but these live streams, I love just talking to everybody and getting everybody involved. And you don't have to have a license to be obsessed with hair. You have to have a license to charge for it. But a lot of us were obsessed with hair before we had a license too. So love the shape. Sue, I wish I had someone like you training me when I went through my apprenticeship. You know what, Sue? I think about beauty school a lot, And, you know, I could probably say from a technical standpoint, maybe the same sentence. But then I start thinking about it, and I think about beauty school, and I don't think it isn't to become, I don't know, it's not to become the best, right? Like beauty school to me was an experience. I think they charge way too much for it because of the fact that you need so much training coming out of it. But, you know, the goal is to make you a cautious human being and a professional in the fact of being sanitary, doing everything to code, and then obviously the government getting their money too, and the state. But it's not about cutting the best bob. That's not what they're there to teach you or what they're paid to teach you. And beauty schools don't pay enough. So, and maybe there are beauty schools out there. Please send me an email if you're a beauty school. I'll give you a shout out that pays really, really well. I would love to know. But I'm assuming, from what I know, that you're just not going to get the dedication unless you invest. So those are my thoughts over an ironing job here. You froze. Did I freeze to everybody or just to that person? This is going to be super fun to cut dry, guys. It's back. Might have to refresh your page. Okay. So when you're looking for the app, guys, on the App Store, I don't think you can just type in FSE. The best idea to find the app is to go to freesaloneducation.com and click on whatever phone you have, either Google or iPhone, on the front slider of the homepage. That'll take you to the store exactly where you download it, and then you'll know you're good. See, I froze because I was talking about the government and beauty school pay. I'm just kidding. That's what happens. And one thing I would say is one of my best memories of beauty school is I had a teacher and he gave me a box of VHS tapes to take home and just to have. And they were filled with unbelievable artists, and it's really where I saw my first Paul Mitchell VHS. And I studied those. It was Tony and Guy collections. And VHS tape, for a lot of you guys out there that don't even know what that is like this thing that you would put in. We were actually talking about it the other day because it's hilarious. Like when you went to Blockbuster or video store. A lot of you guys don't know what that is either. You would go to a video store and you'd rent a movie, and then you would take the movie back, but you didn't rewind it. Remember that? And when you didn't rewind it, you would get charged. Or you'd get it home and you'd be like, and then you'd have to wait 3 minutes for it to rewind all the way back. Or the VHS player that it would auto rewind at the end of the movie. Oh, man. That was the best. Those were the days, yes. So, with that being said, he gave me this whole box of VHS. And when I say box, it was you carry it like this, and it was full. Tony and Guy collections came in this case, and you'd open it up and have 8 VHS tapes or whatever in it. And I had 2 of those, and those were unbelievable, and it was just so many different haircuts. And then there was some Paul Mitchell VHS, and actually, it's funny because one of the Paul Mitchell VHS, I believe, had a short haircut just like this. I think Robert Cromings did it with a razor. So, you know, when I talk about like my taste and things that where they kind of come from, that's what I grew up on. Started learning hairdressing was these kind of like just cool out of the box, you know, shapes in hair. We're going through a phase now where it's all long and balayaged, but this, it'll come back. And like I said, everybody's starting to be more individuals. But be kind, rewind. That's so true. That's hilarious. It's hilarious. I'm the worst though. Like I would not return the videos. So like I would always end up with those extra charges. And then you'd eventually just own the video. So like, you know, multiple videos in your collection had like the Blockbuster logo. And then I saw the other day, I think this is where it came up, but there was a lady that literally was like, now I don't deliver news, so don't take any of this for what it is, but she did not know, but somebody rented a Blockbuster under her name a long time ago when it was a thing, and they didn't return it. So she had a warrant out, a felony on her record because she was wanted by the police and she got arrested. Look it up. Google it. It's fun. Did you do a mullet? Estefania? No, I didn't do a mullet. I did, yes, so far, but I'm going to erase the mullet part. Now we're going to do some dry cut work. But what do you guys think so far? It's pretty fun, right? Asymmetrical, definite mullet so far. You know, you could rock this. A parrot would, for sure. Is that why you use Paul Mitchell in your salon? I use Paul Mitchell in my salon because I've only ever used Paul Mitchell products in my professional career, except for videos and stuff I've worked with Joico, worked with some other companies, which you guys have seen in the videos. But like actually, when I was behind the chair all the time, and from the first salon I worked in to the salon that me and my wife have owned for a long time, we have Paul Mitchell. It's so cool. Big fun. Yes. Parrot. Yes. Hilarious. I try to do my best. Yes. Can't find the products on here. Razor. Thanks. Yeah. Somebody help Gladys on YouTube. If you could just post on Facebook and YouTube, if you guys could post where to get the TriRazor, our website, and then Shop FSE, if you guys could put that in, shopfse.com. Help some people out here, which in turn helps our store out, which in turn helps make these videos and stuff. Okay. Are you in New York City or Long Island? Not sure if you're talking to me, but I'm in PA, closer to Philadelphia. I'm like in between NYC and Philadelphia. All right, guys. So now we get to do our detail work, our detail fun here. You can use the TriRazor if you want to, which again, I will pick a winner in a couple minutes. But I'm going to go in and do some scissor work to finish this off. So a couple different things. This gets heavy. So I'm going to start at this area here. I want to make this nice and light. So see how long that is? Now, why is that long? Let's break that down first. It's long because we brought all of this heaviness back here. We brought all of this heaviness back here, cut it at this point, and when you cut all of that hair that sits on this round right here, it's obviously going to be falling heavy. So I want to go in and I want to lighten that up. How do we do that? I'm going to do a little bit of slide cutting and detail work there. You could also do a little point cutting if you wanted to, a little layering, but I'm just going to do a little surface slide cutting through it. So half open, half close. Marlene, it's not mattbeckproducts.com. Please, nobody think that. Shop FSE. Sharon's got it right. Cassandra's got it right. Thank you, guys. Smo's got it right. Oh, my God, I want one of the TriRazor. Kelly, go get one. Kelly, get one. They're amazing. Thanks. Thank you guys so much. All right. So here we go. Comb the hair down, half close of the scissor, working through. And just removing some of that weight from this area. Back out a little bit because I've been making some vertical videos lately and they're too zoomed in. So look how soft that gets just from that little bit of a technique. I'm not closing all the way. It's just a half close. I also want this to be able to come and sit back a little bit and be nice and light. I don't need it to be towards the face the whole time. So another thing I can do here is just take some of this, fan it out. Point cut the edge. No lines. Don't create any lines because this isn't where I held it originally. So I don't want to change too much of what I'm doing. That looks cool. And now, what are we going to do with this tail? Because I know it's driving everyone crazy. Brownie, thank you so much. All right. Driving everyone crazy. So, what are we going to do? I'm going to go to the other side. One sec. Here we go. Over here. All right. Now, remember, those of you guys that have been here since the I really liked that yellow piece. So, for now, I'm not really going to cut it. I will cut some of it, but for some reason I'm attached. You could ask Brian, but I really like yellow hair. I think Brian really likes yellow hair too. So that's probably why I like that piece. But now I like the idea of the disconnect down here, but I want to go in and just remove the bit of length, pinching and sliding through. This is another good time. I'm just going to use it because I would. To use the TriRazor. So when I'm cutting dry hair, originally when we developed this, I called this the texture 50 side. I really should have called it the dry cutting side because this exposes the most of the blade. Even though this is 100% cutting, that means when you put the section in, it'll cut 100% of the hair, but it's more comb-like and it has more tension. So when you use the 50 texture side, you get more exposed blade. So if I'm just cutting like the edge, like as soon as I touch that, the hair just shoots right off. So if I'm trying to just kind of cut into it or just remove a few little pieces, I like to use just the edge or the corner of that. You can also use the 100 side as well. Just depending on what you like. There's no rules to it. It's cutting the hair. So 50. I might use that just to get the bulk. Then I'll go through 100 and just knock these edges off. I like the shattered effect of that edge. Now remember, all this is poker straight right now. And probably will never be worn like that again. So yeah, it's looking cool. And then here's my little yellow piece. So now what am I going to do with that? I'm a little myself. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to slide from here in and just let that kind of go short to long on the length. And then that I can always do something else with, but kind of love that it just pops out that yellow right there. And it doesn't on the other side, which makes it really fun for me. All right, so now a little bit more point cutting I'm going to do in this round area, and then I'm going to do something with this head that's in her face right now. I'm going to go to the overhead. This is kind of a fun technique. So if I stand, this is the heavy side that I'm on, heavy side. This is the shorter side that I'm going to work with. If I stand over my client, kind of tilt her head towards me a little bit. This haircut reminds me of David Bowie. It totally does. It's a good point. I come here, and I just soften by elevating the hair up. Just softening the shape, because when you hold the hair horizontally in your hand, you're really looking at the shape of the haircut, the weight within the horizontal line. So that's what I want to kind of mess around with. All right, now how are we going to tie in a good old fringe here that will pop? So I want to tie in a fringe with some volume that'll pop. That volume, I kind of want it to sit right around here because you can see the volume that happens on that short side. So if I can kick some volume up in this area and then just have that disconnect as the asymmetrical feel, I think that will really pull this whole haircut together. Okay. So what we're going to do. First off, I'm going to take a round section out and clip it away because I don't want to cut all this hair. I want some of that fringy area. So nice little round shape section. And I'll clip this back. So now we got a U shape right there. And I'm going to cut into some of this length. And let's TriRazor on this too. So here, I got this little point in the front. So I'm going to start bringing everything to this point and creating softness. Bring it over to that point, stationary guide again. I'll let that out. Right on the surface of the hair. All right, I'm going to start blowing it dry just to get some volume in the front. All right. Now, a couple more things. Just want to take a little more surface. Somebody said they could hear the razor cutting. Yeah, I mean, but that's okay. It's all right to, like, it's not pulling. You just hear it cut the hair. A lot of it's kind of the echo of the casing too. People get so freaked out by a razor. Razor blades are sharper than a scissor. So you get, as long as you have a fresh one, you get a really clean cut. All right. So now I'm going to finish this using Paul Mitchell spray wax, which you guys know is definitely one of my go-to favorite products. Spray this in the hair. And then I'll do a little more iron work. Obviously that doesn't look that cool yet. Give me a sec. Because I want to pop it a little bit. Starting to get there. Oh, it's a Dyson, yeah. Dyson blow dryer, guys. A little extra body spray. Paul Mitchell. Now, something else I want to talk about, because this is where people's minds go. They wouldn't necessarily wear this exactly like this. And I get it. I know you wouldn't. But within somebody's creativity, right, becomes practical stuff that can be worn. So imagine two sides like this, right? And you cut into that bottom a little bit, and now you have that easiest looking style that we created with the TriRazor, right? Everything brought over, top brought back, cut it, do the same thing on the side, bring that back, cut it stationary back here, and now you got the same length on both sides in the front, and now it becomes practical. What makes it not practical is the fact that we have this side, which is beautifully cut. If you take away this yellow piece that I left out, cut the back a little bit shorter, now you have a practical, beautiful, short haircut if it's not blue, red, and yellow, and now it fits the mold of some people in the world. Now, this haircut here might fit some people in their vision of what they like. You can see the volume that we built up in the back. All of that was cut, traveling around the head using the TriRazor, one swipe down. So what happens is people go too literal with what art is and what a haircut is and how it works. Haircuts are made up of techniques. These techniques are what I try to teach you guys on a daily basis on this channels, so that when you guys get behind the chair and you're cutting your client's hair, you're able to see, or if you're not a stylist and you're watching this, something that you can convey to a stylist about what you want. So saying that you're looking for that, the volume that we created in the front, this could just be a part of a longer haircut. It could be worn down and across the face. You could do that too. Like, a lot of it's subject to style, a lot of it's subject to techniques and how we did it and how we placed it. Multiple techniques create different looks on a haircut. I'm never here to teach you guys exactly how to do this. I don't think any of you guys are going to do this exact haircut. Maybe you will. That'd be cool. Tag me on Instagram. But I don't think you are. What I do think you'll do is take maybe this section, how we did the side of the head, and put that into your toolbox, right? How we did this side of the head, put that in there. How we did this fringy area in the back. Maybe that's something that'll come up this week. Somebody wants that, and you're like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. So, think about that when you go into doing every single haircut, and you'll be good to go. And that's it. Cool. All right, so let's see real quick. I'm going to pick a winner, and then I'm going to get out of here. So let me look at the chat over here. Let's see. Let me pop here. Hello. Hello, everyone. Go to this. Who's going to be our winner? Huh? Who's it going to be? Got to find all the... Oh, here it is. All right, who am I going to pick? Oh my gosh, so many things. There was one that stood out to me. Let me see if I can find it. Just because I thought it was funny. Which one was it? Should be easy to find because it was an emoji. Oh, here it is. All right. Here's one of my favorites. And then I'm going to see, because you got to be a pro to win this. Oh, that's a good one too. Okay. All right, I got 3 that I really like. So now I need... Here's what you guys have to do, okay? So I'm going to name the first person. I see some people saying they're a pro. Awesome. But I picked 3 people, okay? So we had a contest, and we'll do this every time. I do this on Tuesdays. I'll give away a TriRazor. But the test was best emoji, best comment during the blow dry session. So first one, I thought was really funny. This one. So Luis Crisp. Now, I'm going to take your word for it. I'll do more research after we do this show, but I'm hoping that you're a pro. So if you're a pro, let me know in the chat. Just type pro, and then that should be good. And we'll see. I didn't participate. Jess, you didn't participate in the dance? Sorry, to the salon. All right. I might have to get better at my selection process and how I do it because there's a delay. Bianca, pro. Cassandra, pro. Luis, yes, I'm a pro. All right, cool. All right, well, we'll take her. Whoops. we'll take her word for it. Congratulations. I'll check a little bit, but make sure you sign up for the FSE Now app. And Luis, all you have to do is email me, matt@freesaloneducation.com. Just email me, say that I'm the winner of the TriRazor today on the show. Maybe put the date, and then I'll email you back a code. You can go in there. All you have to pay is the shipping, which hopefully will be nice and cheap for you. I don't know where you live, but other than that, the TriRazor is yours for free. And that's it. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all of you guys being on here live with me today. I had a lot of fun. You guys are really tearing it up today. And if you guys could, please understand that we do live classes all week long. I'd love to have you. We can see your faces on Zoom. It would be a lot of fun. We'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. with Brian Hare. He's actually going to show you guys how to do a rainbow hair coloring technique for Pride Month. So it's going to be super cool, and he's a lot of fun.